Was Aishwarya supposed to be the main, like the first contender for that part? Is that true?
I think they were hoping. I think Vinod Chopra definitely wanted Aishwarya Rai to be in the film because he was putting in a lot of money, and I was a newcomer, and the film was called Parineeta, for God's sake. So I think he thought it would be a safer bet. But Dada had written it with me in mind, So I think so he was like, just why don't you audition this girl, and then if she doesn't work out, because he'd been mentoring me with the promise that he'll make a film with me, and then when it came to it, he was, I think, feeling very guilty also. They might cast such a big star.
Right.
But thankfully it happened for me.
Because you've been working with him for over a period of time, right? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, at least going back to music, 3 music videos. Shubha
3 music
Mughal,
videos and a whole lot
Euphoria.
of ads. Yeah, and Pankaj Udas.
Pankaj Udas, yes.
So yes, I did 3 music videos with him and a whole lot of ads. So, and then I assisted him for a few months.
You mean in the ad films, were you assisting him?
Yeah, I was. As a matter of fact, Rani Mukherjee was in one of those ads, I remember.
Which ad is that? Do you remember?
It was for Fanta.
Okay.
We were shooting at Banganga, and Dada kept telling me, no, you go and stand under the umbrella, otherwise you'll tan. Because it was so hot. And I kept telling Dada, I can't be your assistant like this, please. But I think I was the most ineffective AD. I don't think I learned anything on the job because I was really, everyone around me was being really protective. They were indulging I just wanted to know about filmmaking and all. I didn't learn anything because everyone knew that Dada was mentoring me or preparing me for the film. So, they were all really careful around me.
But it's a pretty cool thing for Pradeep Sarkar to find the talent and then to stick by. I don't think people really do that in the movies, right? They're too happy to have the movie made in the first place under any circumstance.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful to him for that. There was a time when I remember before my last test on Parineeta, I finally went to him and said, Dada, whatever happens, this is also your first film. So just make it with or without me, because tomorrow we'll know the decision. And he said, Tu kya keh rahi hai? His wife was also there. And he looked at her and said, just tell her something. And I said, no, I'm just telling you this hand on heart. I want you to make the film. Of course, I want to be a part of it. But if not this, then maybe you'll have a success and you'll be able to cast me in the next.
Right.
But I ran out of there and I bawled, Mayank. Because I was like, I so badly wanted this film. And, for a first film, an author-backed role, a title role. And with Dada, who I knew would take care of me like I was porcelain. I knew he would bring out the best in me. Dada came into my life at a point when I didn't have faith in myself after all the rejection.
Right.
So, I really, but I think I also by that stage, I was like, if it's not working out, forget it, Let's just.
How did you and Dada meet? Did you meet at a ad film or?
Yeah. So I did an ad film with him. I used to go to various auditions, and I got called to his office for an audition, and I tested and I got through. So I did an ad film with him. And then there was no news for a few months. I remember meeting one of his assistants and telling her, listen, but you all used to do music videos, huh? Call me for an audition. And she said, it's been 2 years, we've not done a music video. I was like, oh, I was heartbroken. But guess what? The next music video they did, even though that girl was no longer with the company, they ended up calling me. That was for Euphoria's Kabhi Aana Tu Meri Gali. So,
which is quite iconic, huh, that video? Like now, like it's like 90s cool. And of course, though it was little later, wasn't it? It's like early 2000s, late 90s.
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s, right.
2003 to be precise.
Right. This is before your Bengali film that you did, which would be your debut.
Yes, exactly.